live from the Real Guppy Dockside Learning and Multimedia Center. It's the Real Angler Podcast with Community Kevin Brannon, brought to you by AftCo Fishing Apparel and Tackle, designed to perform. Channel Island Sport Fishing, offering deep-sea fishing on quality sport fishing charter boats, and more. Costa Sunglasses. Discover life's greatest adventures with Costa. See what's out there. Daiwa. If you want innovation and quality in your fishing products, Daiwa has what you need. And now, here's your host, Community Kevin Brannon. Today we celebrate the 4th open house of the Real Guppy Dockside Learning and Multimedia Center in Port Hueneme.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out this evening to our 4-year anniversary. I can't believe it's already been like 4 years that we started this. Well, let me go back. We started doing this in my living room about 15 years ago. I started a television show called Real Anglers Fishing Show. We started doing Real Anglers Kids Fishing Days. It was always about getting new people to come out and fish and lure them into fishing, showing how easy it was. I started working on boats when I was about 11 years old. So I wanted to answer those kind of questions. I love PBS. I got my Bob Ross socks on. One of that one, and the other one is the Fly Fisherman. That's my Instagram. I don't fly fish, but I fish fly. Still try to look G'd up when I'm fishing. So, a combination of it. This is the vision board that we put together. I think it's so important for vision. So they ask us if we're a fishing program. That's what they say. You're the guy that takes kids fishing. So what we wanted to kind of let everybody know tonight, primarily, is we're not the organization that just takes kids fishing. They used to introduce me like, oh, this is Kevin, he takes kids fishing. And I would argue and be like, there's way more than that, right? Does Oprah Winfrey just host a talk show? No, she does production. She does all these other things besides just taking kids fishing. And that's, oh, you take poor at-risk youth. Oh my God, let me tell you about Kevin. And no, I don't. We take the world fishing, right? And that's our program. We never wanted to identity politic or never wanted to pimp poverty, right? To say we only serve a certain type of population. So again, 14 years ago, we started out of my house. I went back to Oxnard College to start this film program when I was an exterminator, and just took a couple classes at a time per semester, and then it just kept evolving. But there's been a vision that I've had the whole time. It's an educational program. The Guppy logo that you see, it used to be a couple fish, a fishing pole, and 3 books, because it's always been education. And then my friend Ron Bratton, he took 2 pictures of my son and merged them together, silhouettes, and that's how we got the Guppy logo. So it's Kevin Jr. that works here now too, my little sidekick. But if you go back, I don't know, 13, again, our YouTube channel is playing in there. You can see these Guppy Ranger ideas that I had previously. So I wanted to put something together. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Kratz Creatures, mixed in with Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter. I really want to highlight California. That's why our TV show is called Real Anglers Fishing Show California. California's gold. All these ideas that I had when I went back to Oxnard College. So lately, if you see my post on social media, I've been putting, I'm a filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker because people think I'm just a nonprofit guru, or really, I'm a fisherman, man. But I like to just lure people in to believe in themselves. So we teach things like confidence, right? The things that we're showcasing that we do here. Financial literacy. Manly and Mara, I did a financial literacy class with them at their house church years ago. And if you know my story, I used to be a baller in the streets and I had a ton of money, right? I was hood rich. And when I came to their living room, I had nothing. We had to write on the deed, right, to give to Jesus. And I just gave
all about getting nice wheels for your ride.
Yeah, I had to sell my lowrider and my divorce, right? So, but anyway, all I had at the time was like a broken heart. And I was like, Lord, fix this heart right here, right? So on the D, that's all I had, right? And he's been doing it since. So real quick too, we're not a not a faith-based ministry, but definitely if you want to test your faith, start a nonprofit, because you're praying and hoping a lot, and the Lord will continue to provide for us, right? From these high school interns that come in, there's so much stuff that goes around here, it's not a coincidence. So yeah, we give our glory to Jesus and God. So that's what we teach. Again, we don't show you those things, but it's interesting because Peter, this dude, was a fisherman, right? Who God can use. And I think we all have a purpose, right? That we all have this guy I was listening to yesterday was talking about when you're on assignment, there's a difference between a job and an assignment. I think we all have assignments that we're here to do. And again, what we have here, we're on a wonderful assignment. I won't go preaching too long, but I had to mention that part. We've grown like 4 times. So board members, if you're interested, where are our board members at? Becky, Wonder Woman, Security, Lorianne, Joshua. We just started a kid seat, so Josh is on the board in the kid seat, and we have paid internships. We have partnerships with Goodwill, with the Port of Hueneme. Again, I'll keep this to probably about like 8 or 10 minutes of this speech because there's a lot to go on. But not only catching your first fish, but giving you your first job, your first career pathway, right? Economic development. And, fishing takes a lot of patience, but so does development, especially of youngsters and teenagers, even adults, right? So again, they get their first job, I hit up Jasmine like, hey, is your timesheet here? And she's like, you never gave me one. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So let's show you how to fill out a timesheet for the first one, right? And Derek here, they started here, and him and Kevin Jr. are paid through Goodwill through their program, right? So how to merge these things. We get university interns from CSUCI, and that came because Jose came in, that the Chamber of Commerce of Ventura told him about our program. So networking to death. Adam Casillas, he just left on the board of directors. A mentor of mine does the Latino Business Expo. Again, the power of networking, right? So we teach the students about that. Our partners that we have from our guest speakers like Lola that was just here, where's she at? The author that was here. We have law enforcement that comes in here and talks. Renee Hill, right? She does financial literacy classes with banks. Again, going back to that piece of learning in your guys' house about how to, finance your money. So versus teaching somebody to fish and giving them a fish, right? So it's all like fish symbiotic, right? I always have my brain just works like that, right? To see it that way, maybe because I'm an artist. Another thing that we do is like STEAM, science, technology, engineering. Now that they added the word, the A, either angler for fishermen or for art, right? And then math, economics. And I'm, again, as a filmmaker and an artist, that's where we're gonna expand on in 2026 and beyond, okay? So as you went inside and you've seen, we got donations from Sherry. Where's Sherry at? Sherry Aslan helped us keep our doors open. I always get a little sentimental about that one. But she helped us get some laptops. She's just been helping us a lot, right, for the last 1.5 years, 2 years. But we took it and asked her, hey, you mind if we get these laptops so the kids can have things that they can edit on and send emails, and they don't have to fight over the same, well, not fight, but you know what I mean, like just more resources. And then the credit union gave us $75,000, Ventura County Credit Union last year, surprisingly. And we bought film equipment, right? Oh yeah, what do we have? And you also go back to the God, like the blessings, like this is crazy, this is really happening right now. You guys just don't embarrass me in front of everybody for $75,000, right? Like that's cute, right? They're like, oh yeah, Kevin, we need you to be at this movie night so you guys can set up and do all this. And then the branch manager's like, oh Kev, what are they saying on the stage? Let's go hear what they got to say. And then like, this guy's gonna, I was like 3 guys here. Like, oh, I guess it's for me. So anyway, again, we bought film equipment. We've invested highly, and again, if you're in nonprofit, this is something else I preach. Where's Tracy? Tracy is we hired hold on, got it. We have a resource development, major gifts. So we have a fundraiser coming up. You want to do corporate sponsorships, come talk to her. But we've invested the money that we got from them in the fundraising, because a nonprofit, you get a lot of restricted funding or reimbursement funding, right? But you need professional services. You can't give everything to an intern. They don't have let's just be honest. There's certain things that need skill. They're building it and they're learning, but if you're going to be successful, again, biblically, you got to find wise counsel, right? And when you're looking at nonprofit, so I'm talking to donors and funders or any other nonprofit, like think about supporting. And we have Melissa Romati where we're at. They helped us raise, I don't know, close to $1 million in the 5 years she's been here, like over time. Our budget right now is about $500,000, where we used to have remember our first year, we had like $3 in the bank at the end of the year, right? 17,000, we're like, wow, look at this. But for us to run operations is important. For programming is important. But again, investing, again, we always use that term too. There's a difference between spending and investing. The time of an intern or what you're learning in life, you're investing. So we invest in us, we invest in them, and we invest back in our community. But again, we're able to invest, and somebody help us raise funds properly so we can compete I know my friends here from the Boys and Girls Club and Big Brothers, like we're at that level now. We did over 1,000 participants last year. We'll put our numbers up against anybody's, right? And a year ago today, it was just me and Marshall with 0.75 salary. So that means I was getting 20 hours and he was getting 10. So that's not even a 40-hour work week and what we were doing. To this year, what do we have? 9 employees spread out, a couple of interns from the university and the high schools, but we still need like certain things taken care of that are professional services, like Becky that does our real financing, right? Who wants to fund that? Not too many. What's the other one? And you and Melissa giving them hours, but we were able to take that money again from, this is all going back to what the credit union helped us do when we invested back into our company. Before I finally got to become a full-time paid, where I'm at with my benefits, 2 full-timers, 5 part-timers, spare timers, like 12, 15 hours. And how do you keep somebody at 15 hours, right? I won't preach too much up here, but we got to be creative, or we got to have a great workspace so that they want to come to work, because as soon as you get a better opportunity, even though our thing is called Oceans of Opportunity, they're going to go. And we want them to be better than they found us. So we're going to help them, like, don't stay here. Oh, I thought that was a bird. It sounded like one of those blue herons. They were going like, so anyway, investing in that. But going future, so I'm sorry, going further, we want to talk about what we did in the past year. So that our impact reports are up here. You can check it out. Our new children's workbook. From one of our other interns, Isabella, that's not here. There's a QR code on all of our books so that you could watch our educational films again, what I went to school for. Now you can watch them on our video. So I don't know if you guys heard of Teddy Ruxpin. I don't know how old you guys are. You just put a little cassette tape inside of Teddy Ruxpin and he's reading you. But now that you got YouTube, I'm a modern day Teddy Ruxpin. You know, the thing that we do, especially representing California, because in the fishing industry, California doesn't get a lot of love. It's considered, well, not love, it's just there's so much we can do, right? And back in what they say in the channel that we're on Pursuit channel every Saturday, the guy Charles, he has the strongest Texas accent. Hey Kevin, we got enough 2 Bubbas in the boat episodes. We got to get that California with that music, and that's my Charles, Charles from Pursuit Network, talking to me when we go meet with them. So yeah, we're on television on Saturday mornings at 6 o'clock. We invested some of that money back into our airtime, and the reason for that with the art, with seeing, is that these students, when they're doing the blue carpet premiere in our new television show, Coastal Critters, and we're putting that on TV, that's where you get to display your art. And you have art collaborations, right? So you have musical art mixed in with, we're gonna do a cooking show. So you have culinary art, and then you have visual art, and then it's a collaboration of art. And then the students learn how to do communications, copy and paste emails to our beautiful database. Were you impressed by our database with the Vans box? You have a Vans box with everybody's cards in there that have like education, bank, partnerships, fishing, and we have them all rubber band in there together. And when you come in from Derek all the way through, everybody has to go through this communication thing that I used to do at night, sending out emails to these sponsors, and that they get to do that too. So that's part of the art collaboration, and that's the future of where we're going to go. But it's always been part of my vision and my doodles. I'm a doodler. You doodle that out on a piece of paper. This is our learning center, what it would look like with the first facility we found by Channel Island Sport Fishing. Then get through the grace of God, we looked over where Nate's is at, couldn't afford that, plus I didn't want all my film equipment that exposed with all those windows. So we showed us this spot, and we have 900 square feet. And as you can see inside, we've used every inch and then some. We're protruding from the inside out, using every bit of space in there. But part of that is a museum, learning center. What else do we say? We're gonna put up there like institute, like learning institution for film, marine biology, science, all that neat stuff. And then now that media is so big and digital, we're gonna incorporate that as well. So that's part of the future. Now, I think the last thing I got is Carl's Land. If you guys have heard anything about them doing the redevelopment down here, so they're gonna start bulldozing here in July. We're one of the only people that are staying here. They're gonna move our facility over there by Fisherman's Wharf, where the actual little fish and chip spot is at. We're gonna put us over there in one of those buildings. So we'll be temporarily housed in a metal construction site, but some of the things that we can do is, since we have a lot of partnerships in this here Channel Islands Harbor, so we could probably still use the yacht club on Tuesdays for our financial literacy class with Oceans of Opportunity, right? Our guest speakers, we're members of the Channel Islands Yacht Club. We have the Channel Islands Boating Center that we partner with. We go kayaking, so we have a lot of partners in this Channel Islands. But part of what we do too is tourism, like the new show we're gonna do where we're going up and they're filming and making packages, and we take the train and film tourism and go around and vice versa, going back and forth. That this is gonna bring a lot of good tourism to this side of town. We need it real bad. Oxnard is growing. The Cowboys just signed like a 5-year contract. They're coming in to visit. So that's going to be tourism. The Channel Islands area should be booming like other places. And we're a part of that. And that's what we wanted to highlight today, again, was that, again, we're not just an organization that takes kids fishing. You know, Community Kev, you can see my little coastal critters things. We kind of put some things around so you can see what, I don't use the word I a lot, right? We don't use I or you around here, right? It's us, we. Other vision coming together. You can see our coastal critters in there. Carl Soto's not here. He came in and did a puppeteering, another artist teaching art. But we're going to be able to put all that together. So tourism, right? So you see these children's books. Now, Carl's Land has 10 other locations. So look pretty good in German, right? We get these translated into German. We got them in Spanish. So they can send these over to Germany, and I'll go over there and teach them about fishing over there and eat schnitzel. But part of the stuff they're going to do here, and we stole their word too, is called edutainment. Anybody know what edutainment is? It's educational entertainment. And that's what we teach, right? I remember when we went to we went to Gatorland. Remember who went to Gatorland? Did you go to this? Yeah, right? Go to Gatorland. So we even take the students when we go to ICAST, the biggest fishing expo. We bring the students along with us. Becky comes. Where's Becky? She's trying to steal my big room. Where's she at? She kicked out of it. We had to fight. We had to play rock, paper, scissors for the room. She came back. She's like, yeah, this is my room. But anyway, she was a chaperone too. She got to come. So we bring our whole team for these things. Anyhow, when we were there, you could see them bring out a little snake or a little spider, and I was like, ooh, amazing. And they call like 3 people from the stands. When you come to the pier with us, right? We have these little aquariums. We caught an octopus the other day, and the kids are all checking it out, and the little tank that Uncle Dave made with the little crabs. But really, we're still teaching them all about all this confidence, right? Because if this little bitty crab is going to scare you to death, what other little things are preventing you from trying what you really want to do, right? And then we have a little sign-in sheet, and we're like, once you cross this little threshold, this is the confidence side, right? And then we get them to talk and do all this other neat stuff when they come fishing with us. So again, that's it. I've been talking for a while. We do have some great partnerships. We've got a couple grants with the national parks that's coming up. We really want to thank probation. I don't think anybody showed up from there. The county of Ventura. With probation, we're trying to work more with behavioral health and stuff like that so we can use the facility during the day. Again, because we are not a kid fishing program. Say it with me. We are not a kid fishing program. So you go away like, I got to meet Community Kev, the Guppy guy, Mr. Real Angler, children's book author, a public speaker, the Motivator Rock. But again, expanding that we're not just a kid fishing program. And then another couple things we have going on besides working with Goodwill and in the port for economic development is working with Oxnard Union High School District, because a big thing right now is CTE, career training. And again, with art and science that we do, and we do our citizen science logs, and we log all the fishing trips and everything we catch. Then we get that stuff posted through American Fishing Society, so you can see the work that we're producing, whether it's the film, the science work, the technology, that it's actually being published at these places. So if your art that you filmed with us is on national television, that's going to build your portfolio than a little bit of art that you did on campus, right? Then how to market it, how to package it. I got some photos in there. I saw my photography, like how to take what you're doing and really like promote it, self-promoting and get it out. So working with the high school districts in that. I think that's about it. Again, we are looking for a few more volunteers and board members. Lorianne is our volunteer coordinator, and Becky's there too. If you're interested in our fundraiser, there's some May 31st is at the Yacht Club. We put the fun in fundraiser, that's for sure. So if you want to come check it out, it's a surf and turf at the Yacht Club. We have tables and tickets for sale and corporate sponsorships. We're going to plug that. See Tracy for that. And see Goodwill, who we're partnering with. I won't give you that whole list. But again, I just want to let you guys know that besides we're not just a kid fishing program, is that you could, wherever you guys are at too, you could start. I went back to Oxnard College at 28 years old after I was a hustler in the streets, foster kid, all these things. I have 2 crutches in there. You see them, and there's 2 words in there. One's blame and one's excuse. You can limp around in life on these crutches, excuses and blame. Sometimes the institutions give you that. Kevin, you're just a product of your environment. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, you're right. Give me that other crutch. Now I'm limping around on it. But once you get rid of those crutches and learn to stand on your own 2 feet, you can do anything, right? So that's what, again, we wanted to tell people, like, have a vision, doodle it out, right? Write it down, ask for help, right? That's part of our fishing. You get to a certain age, you quit asking for help. Little kids, they got 1,000 questions for me. Why does this do that? Why does it? And then you get to about 6th grade and you start to become a cool kid about 7 or 8. And in 9th or 10th, especially now I'm working in schools, you can watch it change, right? And then you forget. And then you're posting on Facebook at 45. I don't care what anybody thinks. Why don't you think that when you're 15 or 17 or 19 or 24, right? So again, that's why we do a lot of family engagement too. It's not just a kid, I'm saying it again. It's a family engagement program because I've seen parents change in our program too. Learning financial literacy, right? Like, yeah, how many of us have generational, we talk about generational curses, but how about generational wealth? Things like that. Like, how do we empower ourselves financially? right? So learning all that education is just as important. How do you do a business, right? One more minute. When I was a personal trainer, I thought I was a business person. I had a, here they are, blame an excuse, right? No, oh, there you go. And you can ask my guys, right? Because Derek here, I'm sure me and him get into some debates, but we explain like why I'm trying to teach him. He said, what belt are you now, Derek?
I don't even know.
He's about an orange belt, right? So he came in as a white belt, super shy. We put him on camera the other day. He's filming and editing. He didn't like being on camera. But come on, bro, I gotta be able to know you can handle certain things, right? And leaving him in the facility by himself, like we really let him, do it. But then he was like, oh, this reason, okay, is it a blame? Because if you have a good reason, then those don't count. You gotta have a good reason. But again, just inspiring people, man. They go after your dreams, no matter how old you are. What you remember earlier, I started talking about, we all have a assignment, right? And I didn't want to be a role model. I swear to God, I like bumping my jams at the beach, right? My tank top on, my muscles, and like, you know what I mean? I'm out here wilding. I don't want to be nobody's role model. I'm a knucklehead. I'm a fool, and I enjoy it. And then God was just like, too late, Kev. Too late, Kev. Too late, Kev. And I'll tell you what changed. Last year, for me particularly, there's a list in there, and these are our Guppy words, right? Mindset, compromise, right? And I'm teaching you guys that, right? And I was teaching these kids that, this little kid here, and I was like, ooh, where am I compromising? Kev, what about, woo? It was like, it helped me really, because I can't be out here preaching and teaching to these kids about, holding into an expectation that it made me hold myself to. So it actually, I need them as much as they need me. So it's pretty neat stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. That's enough of me preaching. Remember, we're not a kid fishing program. Say it. And the reason why, if you want to come fishing with us, you want to come down here and build rods with these guys on the weekend, there is a kid in all of us too. So stay creative, man, Don't let nobody clip your wings and stay creative. So if you want to come fishing, come to the pier with us, right? We'll teach you how to do it. We provide everything, and everything we do is for free. We do charge some of the people that have funding. If you want some, I do. I'm not a certified teacher put all these years to not be compensated, and that's what we teach the kids. Especially as an artist, it's really hard to be compensated, right? Oh, I'll give you this, or the homie hookup, or can I get that? Nah, man, I'm a Picasso, baby. I'm worth $1 million at least, maybe $2 million if I put it in a frame. And I think you all are too. And I think you should all think you are. So remember, what is that word that I said? Assignment. You're all on assignment, right? I don't know what it is. You know what it is. And if anything's preventing you or slowing you down from your assignment, you know what it is, what God's put on your heart, come and go. I'll convince you all. I'll swear to God, I'll motivate you in chasing your dream. All right? Anything else? Any questions? You guys got anything to say? Jasmine? Oh, hold on. Wait, Jasmine. Tell them the good news. Come on.
I got a full ride scholarship to Berkeley.
Ain't that cool? And she goes to Oxnard High School right now. She has a paid internship through the Port of Hueneme. She worked through her first semester as just a volunteer. We swapped her with somebody else. They get 6 months apiece, so now she's paid. Josh has been with us. I'm not letting Josh go yet. We kept him. He's who. Derek is getting paid, him and Kevin Jr. right now through Goodwill. And then we'll bring him back on as Tracy is doing a magnificent job of raising us funds. Our goal was $36,000, and she said if we raise 50, would I jump in the ocean off the pier over here in a pink octopus? I said not a pink one. I'll jump in and off, but not a pink one. Yeah. So we got to get to the $50,000 goal, right? And I'll jump in, right? But anyway, but again, some of the things about it, again, it's hard. It's not my pride or ego. I don't do a lot of asking for funds, but I just think when you chase the money, you lose your passion, especially in art, right? And we don't want to compromise what we do for free and what God's provided. So that's why she's here to do the asking, because I get to do all that. Where's Becky at? I get to do all the fun stuff now, right, Becky? I get to go fishing and hang on campuses. But I used to sleep in motels for $40 to start our business, right? We didn't take the clothes out of because they were exterminators, me and Scotty, because of bed bugs. So we would just sleep on the mattress, like, don't take our clothes out. I don't want bed bugs. So I stayed in some grungy motels to build this dream when I first started. So now I get to do the fun stuff. Next month, I get to go to DC. I'm on a committee with the ASA, American Sport Fishing Association. So I'll be on DC, Capitol Hill, talking about sustainable fishing practices, sustainable ecosystem stuff out here next month. So I guess it's fun. Fun stuff. Anyway, that's about it. You got anything, Tracy, you want to say before? No, you're good? You?
I'm good.
Lorianne?
I'm here if you want to volunteer. I got a sheet, so come talk to me.
Becky? All right, and let me tell you, you got with Becky and Lorianne as a board member. She's crazy. I'm telling you, they look, whew, no. Anyway, yeah. So that's part about what our program is, man. We just want to have fun, different. We serve everybody, and that's what it should be about, man. The more you give, right, the more you get. How's that, Scotty?
Sounded good to me.
Sound good. Oh, Scotty's my podcast guy, by the way. He's filming our podcast live right now. So, that's it. And yeah, we got Guppy Rangers here. We have more of our partners from the high schools, and we work with Upward Bound. Joshua's from Upward Bound at Channel Islands High School. Their teachers are here, so it's really cool. We have elected officials here. I apologize to them, kind of, because I don't like. We were meaning like we don't highlight all that stuff. We kind of like to highlight the program different than again some of the other places, but they're here too. If you could talk to them, you see their badges. If you're a family and you want to give them some feedback on how great we are, so we ask them for funding, or support letter. That does help, right? Anyway, yeah, just mingle, hang out for a little while. Again, our boat is down there. If you guys want to check it out, I know I went longer than 8 minutes. Somebody's supposed to give me the little Oscar music, pull me off. And again, you can't go fishing without sandwiches, so that's why we have sandwiches over there. So make sure you get your sandwich, put your pinky up, get a little classy, put the chili on it, and yeah, chips. And we'll put Bob Marley back on, okay? Let's go.
To learn more about Real Guppy Outdoors, please visit www.communitykevin.com. Brought to you by AftCo Fishing Apparel and Tackle, designed to perform. Channel Islands Sport Fishing, offering deep-sea fishing on quality sport fishing charter boats, and more. Costa Sunglasses. Discover life's greatest adventures with Costa. See what's out there. Daiwa. If you want innovation and quality in your fishing products, Daiwa has what you need. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.